Good morning, students. I hope you all are fine and you have spent your holidays with joyness. Now, welcome back to the online classes. Today, we are going to start with our chapter number 4, that is heat. In this chapter, what we are going to learn about, or what we are going to cover in the today's lecture about the heat. Second one is the effect of the heat. Third one is the hot and cold. So, the question is, what is heat? Heat is actually a form of energy that is flowing from the one body of matter to another body due to their difference in the temperature. Means it is a form of energy. It is just like the kinetic energy, potential energy, but it flow from one body to other body due to the difference in the temperature. As we know, when we compare with the potential energy or with the kinetic energy, as we know, potential energy is due to the position that is also moved from one place to other place, but there is a difference in the height. But same is in the heat is also moving from one body to other body due to the difference in the temperature. Now, what is the characteristics of the heat? Heat always transfer from body of higher temperature to the body of lower temperature, or heat flows spontaneously from a hotter body to cooler body. Means heat always transfer from body of higher temperature. Means the body which is having more heat that transfer to the lower temperature. You can do it with a simple example. Suppose your mama is making noodles and now you put a spoon in the noodles. You know that the noodles have more heat, and when you put the spoon in that noodles, then after some times the spoon become hot. Means that there is a transfer of heat from the more heated noodles to the spoon, that is due to the difference in the temperature. Means that is the transfer of the heat from the hotter body, that is the noodle, to the cooler body, that is the spoon. So this is about the heat actually makes a substance hotter. As you know that spoon that we have already taken that were not heated, but when we put into the noodle, then it become hotter. So heat makes the substance hotter. Heat cannot be seen by us. Now the question is, can you see the heat? No, it cannot be seen by us. We can only feel or sense the heat by the temperature effect it produces. Means we can see that, or we can feel that, we can feel that the spoon that it become heat, means its temperature become rises. Okay, when heat is given to a substance, its temperature increases and it become hotter. Other example is the when utensil is kept on a gas burner, it gets heat, its temperature increases and it become hot. Same is the noodle utensil, when you kept on a gas burner, it gets heated, its temperature increases and it become hot. This is about the heat. Now what are the effects of the heat? When body is heated, various type of physical and chemical changes take place. Means when the noodle utensil become heated, there are various kinds of physical, means change in the physical structure. Second one is the chemical changes, means change in the chemical. In the chemical change, there is a formation of the new substance take place, but in the physical change, there is no new substance formation take place. So what will be the physical changes when there are effects of the heat? Number 1, change in temperature. Number 1, change in temperature means on adding heat to the body, its temperature increases. On removal of heat from the body, its temperature decreases. Means When we give heat to the body, its temperature rises. When we remove the heat from the body, its temperature decreases. Second is the change of state. State, like on addition or removal of heat to and from the body, there is a change in state of body. Example is change of ice to water on addition of heat. Suppose we take a ice cube from the refrigerator, and when we give heat or we put that ice cube on our palm of the hand, then after some time this ice cube become melt. Why? Because our body also generates heat, and due to the heat this ice cube become melted and give the water. This is due to the addition of heat to that water. Next is the chemical change. On heating any of the reactant or substance, many chemical changes take place. This is about the effects of the heat. Now next topic is hot and cold. Garam and thanda. Hot. In our daily life we come across a number of objects. Some of them are hot and some of them are cold. Example, tea is hot, ice is cold. Some objects are hotter than other and some are colder than other. We often decide which object is hotter than other by touching the objects. The simple conclusion is, in our daily life, some objects like ice is cold and tea is hot. And if we compare like one hotted object with the other hotter object, there is a difference in the temperature. How can we sense that? We can touch that objects and we can compare that this object is hotter or this object is colder. We cannot always we cannot always trust on our sense of touch to decide how hot or how cold an object is. The hotness of an object is measured by its temperature. Suppose we have to compare the temperature of the ice cube and the tea. How can we decide? One, by the sense of touch, but the sense of touch does not describe the temperature. So we have to measure by its temperature. That suppose ice is having the lesser temperature and tea is having the higher temperature. When we add heat to the body, motion of its particle increases. Suppose I am going to heat that ice cube or any cold water, then the motion of its particle will increase and it will gain the heat. Second, when we remove heat from the body, motion of its particle will decrease as the conversion of the water to the height. In the water particle move easily, but in the ice, water particles become combined or compressed to each other. Their motion of particle become decreases. This is about the hot and cold. Now, in the hot and cold object, how the transfer of heat take place? Heat always transfer from the hot object to the cold object because the hot object have higher temperature or higher heat as compared to the cold object that is having the less temperature and the less heat. Heat always moves, not cold. I can ask you one question, can the heat move or the cold move? So you have to answer heat always move, not the cold. Something cold is really just something less hot. Now there is one activity. You have to take 3 containers. You have to label them as A, B and C. In the A container you have to take the cold water. In the B container you have to take the hot water. And in the C container you have to mix the hot water and cold water. First, put your left hand in the container A, that is having the cold water, and in the container B, put your right hand, that is having hot water. Now remove your left hand and right hand from the container A and B and put your both hand in the container C, that is having the mixing of the water. So what you feel that the cold, the hand that is in the container A having the cold water, you feel that hotty, but the water or the hand that is in the container B that is having the hot water, if you put that hand in the container C, you feel some coldness. This is what? This is actually the senseness. This is the sense of the touch. Okay. So, what we conclude from that activity, that we cannot depend on our sense of touch for estimating the hotness or coldness of an object. We need some reliable measure for estimating the hotness or coldness of an object. What is the reliable measure of hotness or coldness of an object? What is the reliable measure? That is the temperature. Temperature is what? Temperature, how can you measure? We can measure the temperature with the help of a thermometer. Thermometer is actually a combination of two words. Therm plus meter means a meter that is giving us some reading. Meter that is used to measure the heat. That thermometer we use in our daily life for measuring our temperature, like of our body or of an object. So this is all about today's lecture. Now I am going to conclude the today lecture. What we learnt about, that is, what is heat, what are the factors of the heat, what do you mean by hotness or coldness of an object, what is thermometer, and what is the use of the thermometer. And kindly do the activity that I have discussed in the lecture at your home, and tell me the result or compare the result with the book. Thank you. If you have any doubt or query, you can call me or message me. Do the book reading, do the homework on the daily basis for the better understanding of the concepts. Thank you.